Hi everyone. As we have discussed in the previous video, there are two types of object in Python. One is mutable, the object that allow in-place object changes, and other is immutable, the object that don't allow in-place changes. So mutable object is like list, dictionary, sets. Immutable object is like numbers, numeric object type, strings, floats, etc. We can understand in-place changes by the example. If we create a list, let's create a list A and when we replace its first value with 10, now A become 10 to 3. So this statement will change the list object itself in place rather than generating a brand new list object. So whenever we are doing an in-place change, it basically overwriting the object at the same memory location. So for object that support such in-place changes, you need to be more aware of shared references, since a change in one object may impact other. Otherwise, your object may seem to change for no apparent reason. So let's see some example and try to understand how it's going to affect your program if you don't take care of this. Let's create L1 is equal to 1, 2 and 3. And we have assigned L1 to L2. So now if you print L1, it will give 1, 2, 3. And if you print L2, it will also give 1, 2, 3. So we will discuss list in more detail in the upcoming video. For now, let's understand how we can access the item inside the list. So here the list 1, that is L1, is containing object 1, 2, 3, and the item inside the list can be accessed by their relative positions. Means if you want to access the first item of the L1, you have to give like this. So it means this L1 0 is referring to the object 1. So after our two previous assignments, that is this one and this one, both L1 and L2 are referencing the same object. Let assign L1 is equal to 10. This assignment simply set L1 to a different object and out list to reference the same original object. So L1 is referencing to object 10 and our L2 is still referencing list object 1, 2, 3. So here if we now print L1, it will print 10, and if we print L2, it will still print the 1, 2, 3. So if we change this statement to L1 is equal to 1, 2, 3, and now again L2 is equal to L1. So now we are going to make an in-place change. So now let's say L1 0 is equal to 10. So now we are making an in-place change here. So now L1 become 10 to 3. So if we check L2, L2 is also showing the same value as L1. How it got changed when we change the L1. because we have just seen in the previous example, then we change L1 to 10, L2 remains the same. But here, when we modified the list in place, other name referencing the same object got changed. So the reason behind this, when we change L1, when we make L1 to 10, 2 and 3, we have changed a component of the object, and that L1 referencing. So this change overrides part of the list object value in place. So L2 here references the same object as L1. Yeah, so here L2 references the same object as L1, means it is referring to an object that has been overwritten in place. So earlier we have seen whenever we are creating or when we are assigning a value to a variable, it's creating a new object. But in this case, it's overwriting on the same memory space. If we take an example of an address, for example, here is B21 some road. So anyone is sending any mail to this. For example, 2 or 3 people are sending the mail. The address remains same, so all the mails are coming to the same address. So for example, if we destroy this one and reconstruct a bigger building, but still the address remains same. So whenever you are sending any mail, you are sending it to the same address. So same concept we can apply here. Same concept we can apply here. Here the address remains same, but the inside object is overwritten, means we have changed the value at the same address. So the behavior is only occur for the mutable object that support in-place changes. This is the default behavior in Python. But in case you don't want this behavior, you can change the Python to copy object instead of making references. So there are a variety of ways in Python to copy a list, including the built-in list function or use the standard library copy module. So the most common way is to slice from the start to finish. So we will talk more about the slicing in some other videos where we discuss string object or the list object. For now, let's say L1 is equal to 1, 2 and 3, and let's say L2 is equal to L1, and we will slice this one. So here we are slicing L1 from start to end. So now if you print L1, it will print 1, 2, 3, and if you print L2, it will also print 1, 2, 3. So here Python is making a copy of L1 and assigning it to L2. L1 is equal to, L1 is referencing one memory address where this list situates, referencing this memory address, and L2 is referencing some other memory address. So in this assignment, we are copying the values of L1 and assign it to L2. So here both L1 and L2 are not referencing the same object, they are referencing the object copied from one to another. If we make any in place changes to L1, let's say if we change the first position to 10. So let's see, if you print L1 it will print 10 to 3, and if you print L2 again we have 1, 2 and 3. So here changes made on L1 is not reflecting on L2 because L2 references a copy of the object of L1 references. So while making a copy, it means we are creating the two memory locations. So here slicing is a technique only work with the sequence. For other mutable objects like dictionary and set, this doesn't work. Reason, dictionary and set doesn't maintain the order of their item. Order of their item means if you create a dict object and you print dict1, first time it may print the same, or sometimes it may also print in this order. So the order in the dictionary is not consistent. The sequence is like the order, it's from 0 to the number of element, let's say n elements in the sequence, so order will be maintained. So because of that we can access the element from their position. Yeah, so that's all for this video. We will meet in the next video. So till then, thanks for watching and stay tuned.